should have took some pictures before night started. It's the end of the night and then we'll So we coming to you live, Diddy late nights. Anything can happen. I'm just vibing. It's some wine.
You gotta keep the air.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna wear this here in Toronto.
Yeah, I love this drink.
Will you put my bag
I like
at?
when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, will you
What?
put my bag
Daddy,
at?
I like when you
Right
scrambling
here,
and scraping for shit.
No, I
I
got
like that.
This is Puff.
Okay.
He telling me we got to kick in this shit. And he was like, yo, why don't we like go shopping or some shit? I mean, like, I pay for it. And I was like, what the fuck this nigga just say? I got the fuck away from him because I was this is a little fruit. Puff is a fruit pie.
Ain't Freeway, how you wrote all them off the minute they did for you to get you to the top. All them writing for you, and then the minute you get a little taste of success, you wrote them off. You just totally said, I don't know him.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Welcome to One Buck,
Where we keep it a buck, and we hope y'all keep it a buck too.
Hey yo, this is Coop.
I'm Kev. You know what it is. Welcome to today's another topic. For y'all that probably have never tuned in, I'm gonna just hit you to some shit real quick. Like, this is the podcast for the folks who got a whole lot to say, but just don't be wanting to say it.
Facts, man.
Or scared to say it.
Facts, man.
This is that podcast for your auntie and your Uncle Junebug, you know what I'm saying, that be at the functions and just be having the time of their life, but don't nobody take them serious because they always cutting up, be too tipsy. But then, you know what I'm saying, like a stretch down the road, everything they said done came to life.
Man. This is that podcast, cuz where we definitely stir that pot and expand jaw minds.
Yeah.
Then put some fat on your head and turn around and smack you in the mouth.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Real talk. Well, this is that boy, cuz. How you feeling today, man? How you living, man?
Man, I'm hanging in there pretty fair for a square. How about
said,
you?
Man, locked and loaded, ready to go, man. As always, man, blessed, no stress, keep it off your boy chest. We don't do none of that over here, bro.
Absolutely.
We keep the wheels turning and churning, you feel me?
Absolutely. Man, what you got on the floor for us today?
Man, we keep everything on the floor over here at the podcast, man. Like I said, we
Okay,
just trying to
let's get to
engage to y'all, you know, give a platform where y'all can drop y'all comments on some of the stuff that we do. Cuz and I really, truly appreciate each and every person that has been joining the One Buck Podcast, the One Buckaroos, you know, the One Buck Podcast crew, whatever you want to call it, you feel me? We just appreciate everybody that's gravitating towards our channel, man. That's big up, big love, seeing the support from everybody, man. Because I really feel like before we get started, we're going to do a shout-out show, and we've got a lot of comments to cover just in our last, we can go 7, 8 videos, bro, non-stop, just comment after comment. But, man, it's just a blessing to see that everybody kind of appreciate what we putting down at the end of the day. Like Cuz said, you know, just giving us the time to, you know, the platform, and then using that time to watch us really shows, you know, what it's about. But because what I normally bring up, man, you know, we like to switch it up, man. We got to stop, pause for this one, man. This is a real big one. And I do be bringing this stuff up, man, because we're going to talk about this as hood news. You know, new news, some news people probably already heard a little bit, but some of you may not have heard.
Right.
You know, we're going to keep it on the narrative of, you know, shots have been fired at Jay-Z regarding Beyonce.
Somebody go out there to the mansions in the Hamptons and check on Beyonce. They say she sprung out on drugs. Here's her old bodyguard telling you the story.
Beyonce and Jay-Z will do anything to destroy anyone who speaks out against them. Okay, I get the threats, but you have to remember one thing.
I know your deepest secrets. I know so much about you and what you've done. I know so much on how you got where you are. Say you don't know me. I dare you. I dare you. Remember, all the receipts, all the proof, the old school footage, I still have it. See, hardly nobody knows, but I'll say it, man. Yeah, Beyonce's on drugs. She been on them for a long time, and you keep her that way. Y'all wish it what you wish it to stay on top. But there's one thing about me, bro. I can't be bought. This is Uncle Ron. Just like I know how you got started, I can put my foot down and make it all go away.
Being drugged up, being at the house, that's why she hasn't been performing. And then all of a sudden, out the blue, she's back in the limelight now where she's getting ready to start her concert up. So here's the deal with this, man. Jay-Z's Bodyguard has came out of the woodworks and, basically opened up everything about what's being said about Jay-Z. And not only is it Jay-Z, it has Puffy's name in it as well.
Yeah, I've been seeing that.
With the quote-unquote being paid for Biggie's, trying to have a hit on Biggie. And this is funny that I'm kind of going off to this, y'all. Y'all stay with me for a minute. Gene Deal said the same thing.
Yeah, he said it way before though.
Right, so there's another person matching up in the equation. But we're going to get back into that. So I'm kind of going forward to backtrack a little bit, kind of give y'all where I'm going with it. Jay-Z's Bodyguard has came out and exposed a lot of secrets regarding Jay-Z, the industry, Diddy, just everything, man. Yeah. So you know how we do here on the butt, man. We definitely gonna drop these boys some gems, y'all females some gems, of course. Let y'all check out this quick little clip regarding it, man. Just let us know what your thoughts is. Drop in the comments what you think, what you believe. If you've seen it, if you haven't. Man, look, we're gonna be right back.
Jay-Z and Puffy wanted Biggie killed. Bottom line. You don't have to believe me, believe the facts. Here's a man that wanted to leave Bad Boy. He wanted to do his own thing. He mentioned several times how he was tired of being used and abused, that he was bigger than Bad Boy itself. Somebody, and we ain't gonna call no more names, dangled a bogus contract in front of his face so he wouldn't leave the company. How I know I was there. Another thing, Jay-Z wanted him out of the industry, period, so he could take over and be the biggest hip-hop artist around. And I wonder who's the biggest hip-hop artist today. It's all business, folks. And unfortunately, you as a fan, most of you won't understand, but it was all about the business. And the two billionaires have done what they seeded to do. I was offered $30,000 to perform a hit on Biggie Smalls. March 1st of 1997, I was approached by Diddy to perform a hit on one of his artists. Finding out that he wanted all the rights to all his catalogs. I turned him down because I also found out that very night that Biggie had plans of leaving Bad Boy. Biggie should have never been in California to promote an album. With a broken fibula bone, who can barely walk, to go to another studio when Diddy has his own studio in New York. Diddy is pure evil. He has a very nasty disposition. He treats everybody like crap. Every single employee he's ever had, he and his mother have looked down on them, belittled them, talked to them like they were the lowest scum on the earth, so he could always have his way. Ahmad, Muhammad, and Suge Knight, or Amir, they took the blame for something that was already getting ready to be in motion. It just happened at an earlier time. Because, of course, so many people have asked me why I waited 20 years or so long to come out and start talking and telling about the things that have happened in the industry. The most important reason why is I had children, and I still have children, but at that point in time they were young, and my number one priority was protecting my children. I care less about the stuff that went on in the industry at that point in time. For as money, it was never about money, and it's still not about money. I have money, but there's stories that have to be told. The truth needs to come out. A man lost his life. So much more went on. Physically have seen Biggie indulging in gay activities. I'm not bashing him, directly bashing him. I'm just telling the truth. He knows like I know. Gene knows like I know. Boo knows like I know. William knows. Bodyguards that were around him know. See, I had my own company, so I didn't need him. I didn't have to take his stuff. The bull crap that came along with being around Diddy. But see, when I start talking about Jay-Z and Beyoncé, oh, some toes will curl for sure. But hey, the truth is the truth, whether you believe it or not. Yeah, I'm under investigation. So that's why I'm telling what I'm telling. Because now they have proof. I have physically showed them proof. Things that I have witnessed, things that was told to me. And yeah, of course, it's coming out. And I don't feel ashamed for saying what I've said or done what I've done. Because at the end of the day, I sleep good. Let's get something straight. A lot of you won't understand, and it's not meant for you to understand. First of all, we're not talking negative about a child. We're just sharing facts. See, me being on the scene, I'm only telling my side of the story. I'm telling what I know. See, you as a fan, you are a financial accounting number. You are a decimal in this industry. This child knows who she is. She understands the arrangement of her semen, of her existence, of her being here. She will be well taken care of if anything were to happen to her parents. She knows who her father is. She knows who her mother is, Because at the end of the day, their names are on that piece of paper that states they are the parents. Of course, she's saying Uncle Ron. She's their twin. She looks exactly like him. What you're saying is a lie. No. You have family members that are in your family right now that look exactly like other family members and have no direct blood. As a fan, you will never accept truth. You will never know everything that goes on in the industry. To become that power, that billionaire, that fame, that fortune, of course there's a price. There are sacrifices made. But it's an institution. Please, open your eyes.
So as y'all seen in the video clips, man, Jay-Z's Bodyguard going hard, touching up on subjects regarding Puffy being, in a situation, being gay.
Yeah.
Talking about a situation with Jay-Z, the baby not being his and so on and so forth, with somebody in the camp. Beyoncé staying at home, getting drugged up. Basically, Jay-Z has had her dumbed down to the point where she's not communicating, not really talking, not really on shows, not doing anything at this point.
Yeah.
So, cuz when you look at that and you see all this stuff moving, how it's doing, does it not surprise you that it's like, okay, we just been talking about with the Jaguar Wright hookup a long time ago with her and Jay-Z. You starting to see now, okay, you can't call Jaguar Wright crazy.
Right.
Now she is going through some things.
She's got some things,
Got some attention on her now. You feel what I'm saying? That attention might be some unwanted attention that she knew, that she already told y'all that was coming. But I don't want to get off topic with the Jaguar Wright. I'm just bringing all this stuff up to throw this in because now you not only have another person coming to the forefront on this dude, of a bodyguard that knows him well.
Yeah, something's being said and bringing something, truth to light. Like,
man,
how do I want to put this, man? It's like, if one person say it and another person says it, you gotta believe there's some truth to it. Like, look, it's true. Or another person, like, you get more and more people saying the same thing. Like, it's gotta be some truth to it, bro. Like, it just is. It's wild. It doesn't seem to surprise me. You know what I'm saying?
Keep your threats up. I'm here.
I think
today.
All of them.
What I got to say, I'm gonna say it. So don't make idle threats.
Yeah, they do whatever.
I say I ain't big.
They do whatever. They're down for.
They do whatever.
Say I ain't
strings big, down for a piece of chain. They really do
freeway. How you wrote all them?
I just think, man, if you look at it, we're gonna have a bunch of clips regarding this, man, because there's a lot of talk about Puffy.
You get a little taste.
His former wife or girlfriend exposed him about the truth of him being gay. Not only that, man, we're gonna give y'all this real quick clip of Puffy on the bed. This is when he had Usher, by the way, y'all. Wow. And everybody talks that spiel about Usher. Usher was living there.
I moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah, that's what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
in the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to
understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't necessarily understand it.
I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real.
It's nasty. It's nasty. I happen to know Diddy fucks boys. It's nasty. It's nasty. That's nasty. You keep that shit right over. You have that shit go right past me. It's nasty. It's nasty.
Kevin Hart was in the video, and they pan in on the bed.
You said what?
If you pan in on the bed, you see an adult. I'm just gonna say something for the adults. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say what it is because on the show, you know, we're gonna keep it a buck, man. We're gonna try to keep it clean in the narrative, paint a picture for you. We're gonna leave this video, y'all see it real quick. Y'all take a look at this.
We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No.
What?
We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No. Just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No. I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. You know, shouts out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, just let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even, I don't want it to come close to the bed at all.
Got him! Got him!
Usher look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. Usher.
Fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and
what?
Damn, pause, but like, check this out. I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early with me. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
What the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this but me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes. And we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was fucking stupid. Listen.
We having a good time, yo. Your Usher made it in the... Hey, yo.
Nah, I mean, well, as a single man, you know what I'm saying, I have no shame in my game with that. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I was at the time, and we went to Florida. We got invited to a Puffy party, the New Year's Eve party. Went to the party. You know,
all dudes.
Yeah. Nah, it was actually a good party. You know what I'm saying? It was on South Beach, right?
Right.
So then we go to the house, and then he invited us to the house because he wanted to go to the club after. Right? I was like, okay, cool. So Superhead is with me. You know what I'm saying? Karen is with me. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Superhead.
Yeah. So she takes me. Puffy calls me outside. He's like, hey man, you know that girl you know about the girl you. I was like, yeah, nigga, everybody know, but you know what I'm saying? What's happening? You know, he's like, that's the devil, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what you mean that's the devil?
The devil got a pretty mouth.
Yeah, and I was like, what you mean that's the devil? You know, and then he was like, yeah, man, she videotaped you with fingers in the booty.
That's a new
movie. You know
movie.
what I'm saying? I was
the
like,
devil
what?
sucks penis.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Rewind. I heard a penis and a finger in the ass story. What?
She said,
so Puffy tells you that
she will videotape you with fingers in the booty. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
So then I go back in the house and I ask her, what the fuck are you talking about? He
said
you're a filmer. No, I did ask him. He's just like, whatever. He went off and did his thing. And I was like,
he limping?
He walked away and the nail fell out his boot.
No, I'm gonna clear this shit up because I'm not gonna have my name. I ain't gonna have my name out there crazy like that.
Go ahead.
So then she say, I told him what he told me, and she was like, oh, she started laughing like a motherfucker. I'll tell you later. So then I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna make a big deal of it, whatever. So then then I guess he's had some prior incident with her that he don't want nobody to know about. You know what I'm saying? So we get into the truck. He said, let's go to this club. So everybody following the car. The car is fucking silent. You know what I'm saying? We get to this club, and then we walk in the back way. It's a VIP lounge. Ain't nobody in there. And then, the club is going. It's all jumping. And then I'm sitting there with old girl. So then he's doing his business. We go down and get a drink. We sitting there bobbing to the music, and then he say, She point over the corner. It's two dudes kissing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay. Then there's girls in the club too. And then she pointed another direction. It's another dude over there like butt ass naked dancing. You know what I'm saying? We take off, man. You know what I'm saying? We leave the club directly. I didn't say peace to nobody. I didn't see nobody. Gay. Yeah, it was suspect. A lot of suspect.
The club was
You could chalk it up to being in Miami or whatever.
I never blame it on
I've been in a gang. I've been in a gang of clubs, man.
The club was called.
And I ain't never mistakenly stepped into a club having that kind of activity. You know what I'm saying? So there it is. So
I went to a party on Star Island in Miami. Where P. Diddy has a private residence. I had no business being there. I was with a famed house producer who was DJing the party.
Sure.
And I will keep his name out of it.
Yep.
And I took a whole bunch of ecstasy because everyone there was taking ecstasy. It was basically me and like beautiful like ethnic models, like just beautiful women who I obviously had no interest in because
it's the Big Pimpin' video.
That's not my type.
Right. We're gonna stick to Peppa, please.
Yeah, we're gonna stick to Peppa and ghouls from Us Weekly.
Right.
So I'm like kind of stumbling around. It's like it's all like my man is telling me that like every third person is some executive. Got behind the scenes guys who I don't recognize.
It's a high-end crowd.
Very high-end. And there's no joke, there's maybe 100 people.
Okay.
I mean, it is intimate.
It's a serious
I have
serious
no business
party.
being there.
Sure.
I'm in like a, like an old Jewish grandmother's windbreaker like I am now at this exact moment.
Right.
And so, long story short, I am on ecstasy and I'm trying to find the bathroom and I can't find the bathroom and I just kind of like go down a flight of stairs and now I'm in like the inner windings of the mansion because most of it's going down by the pool.
Okay.
Cabanas and stuff.
Dragon's Lair.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're getting serious.
So I get lost and I'm in like just a maze of rooms.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking for the bathroom. I start opening doors. One's like a closet. One's a room. It doesn't have a bathroom in it. Whatever. Every room should have a bathroom in it.
That makes sense.
First of all,
if you're in this fucking
every
dungeon,
room should have, right.
Every house.
So
should
I
have,
open a door, and in that room there are a bunch of men, and they're all kind of like very like Romanesque, like laying about. And, kind of like very like kind of leaning on each other, not really spooning, but like conversationally spooning. Like if you were spooning, but facing each other and like leaning up on your elbow and talking.
Like, how about this? Like in public, watching TV with a bunch of your friends and you're with your girlfriends.
Right, yes.
It would be like those guys kind of lounging on their girlfriends, but they're not fucking because that would be weird
they
in
weren't
public.
Fucking,
right.
Like you almost think that they should be feeding each other grapes. Stuff like that.
Okay.
Like, it was very like
regal lounging.
Very erotic.
Okay. All right.
Heavy erotica.
Yeah, like the drawings you would see of like old Greek hangouts.
Exactly.
Yeah, I understand.
Or like a fat Greek woman like laid on her side.
Yeah, it would almost be the prelude to an orgy.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh
Okay.
my god. It was so prelude to an orgy.
So explain.
So I look. So I'm there for a very brief amount of time because I open the door and clearly I'm not supposed to be in there. And I look, and who is lounging in my direct eye line? Puff Daddy and Felix the House Cat. Famed house music producer.
Yeah, no, I know
are
who that is.
basically spooning each other. I swear to God, they're basically spooning and they're drinking a glass of Hennessy, sing it back and forth.
And everyone's talking.
And everyone's just like talking.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I see them, I'm like,
all men though. There's not one woman in this room.
all men, and they're all 100% on ecstasy. Like you can see Diddy's in like white linen being like, oh my God, like rub ice on my nipples.
Right.
Like, oh, you're one of my best friends.
Right.
So the minute I make eye contact with him, like a gigantic bouncer comes over and says, get the fuck out. Because a lot of people turned and looked at me because it was very unexpected that like a fat guy with an afro, with like no shirt on, basically, like an open windbreaker, opened the door to like this like.
You are kind of a buzzkill.
Definitely.
If I'm on ecstasy and getting ready for a gay orgy.
Oh, this guy. Oh, he looks like fucking Gillette Jean Shaladin. So, but I looked right at Puff Daddy and he looked right at me.
Yeah.
And we made direct eye contact. And I got kicked out of the room.
Sure.
So that was that.
Yeah, fast. And obviously crazy. Fast forward.
So I was like, P. Diddy's clearly on ecstasy and he's clearly gay.
Yeah.
So fast forward, right? We're at a junket for a movie that he was in. Someone is interviewing him. I'm in the back as a friend of someone who was there. I'm all the way in the back. I'm behind a million publicists, a million people.
But you see him.
Well, he's being interviewed on the couch.
And you're thinking about it.
Oh, I'm thinking about it the whole time.
Yeah.
By the way, anyone I ever told the story to was like, oh, you're a liar.
I don't think you're a liar.
Everybody was like, you're a liar. Like, I'm sure something happened, and they knew I was on Star Island. Like, that was verified by the other person I was with.
Sure.
But people were like, you're a liar. You didn't see them sharing a glass of Hennessy. Like, you didn't see Prelude to, like, an orgy. Like, this is bullshit. Like, you're being funny. Like, Fat Chew's hilarious.
Sure.
So, A couple people said they believe me, but I think they were lying. So he's being interviewed in the middle of the interview for this movie. I mean, I'm sure you can guess what movie it is. I think he was only in a movie.
Right. At least recently.
Yes. He literally stops the interview and he points at me all the way in the back and he goes, "Yo, you, my man." And everyone in the room turns around and looks at me and he goes, "Where do I know you from?"
Oh, no.
And then I go, "Miami." And he goes, "Oh, true." And we locked eyes again, and he knew that I knew that he knew that I knew that he knew that I knew that he drinks the milk of other men.
Wow.
This happened.
Has anything happened since?
No.
Nothing.
There's been no follow-up.
Were you nervous at all in like a Breaking Bad kind of way that maybe people were going to be sent to your house or something? Like
100%.
Because I'd be a little nervous.
See, now, what I'm doing to combat that is by talking about it publicly on
and then
podcasts.
because this will come back.
Right. Because I'm most safe if I talk about it publicly.
That's so crazy.
Right. Because now people know that I've got dirt.
If you don't believe Fat Jew, maybe you'll believe this comedian instead.
To be gay in Hollywood, you never fucking expected. They be having these big ass mansion parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a separate party in the little rooms. I ain't been famous that goddamn long. I'm excited in a motherfucker to be at the mansion party. You be looking in all the goddamn rooms, and you fuck around and look in the wrong room and shit. Come here. Is that two niggas kissing? Is one of them niggas Professor Obi? He came out the closet. Oh my God, a rubber. Shut the goddamn door.
So in this video, man, y'all see the video. Puffy sitting on the bed. They must have been having a little party or whatever. You got Usher in the room. You got Kevin Hart is in the room. All these people in the room. Now, I've never seen this out of all the times that I've seen this video, bro. And they pan in Puffy on the bed with an adult something on the bed and Usher around and Kevin Hart talking about, I ain't getting in that bed.
First and foremost,
so I'm just saying, bro, like, people are exposing these people for what it is. And it's not only... It's crazy, because you got Jay-Z, this is his bodyguard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gene Deal was spitting the bill on Puffy a long time ago regarding Biggie. He said that Puffy put the hit on Biggie, you know what I'm saying? And
Biggs was his man.
And look, this is not the only time. Now, this other than the dude just spit this too, that Gene Deal said similar things. He said that Biggie, I think somebody in Puffy's camp knew that Biggie wasn't right with him the night that he died. They said, this is allegedly, y'all, that Biggie was going to leave the label.
Yeah.
And with that being said, you know what I'm saying?
He was supposed to get a $62 million deal.
Exactly.
It had Tracy Lee.
Yep.
I don't know if you remember him.
I remember
Chris.
Tracy Lee. Yeah, I remember Tracy
Bro
Lee.
used to listen to. Yeah. He put me on Tracy Lee.
What group was he from?
I can't remember what group. He was a solo artist when I got hit to him.
He didn't join with Nelly and them?
Nope. That's Murphy Lee.
Okay.
You thinking of the same?
I know, but I know you.
Tracy Lee he used to have the little braids and everything, you know, to the back joint. Looked like he was a West Coast rapper, but had an East Coast flow. You had Tracy Lee. He was going to take Lil' Kim, Junior Mafia. Who else? It was some artists. It was a bunch of artists. It was like getting ready to be a big ordeal. I can't remember who the label was, but it was something big that was getting ready to go down. They was gonna give him $62 million.
Yeah, it was. They already said it, bro. They said this is where I'm going with all of that with Gene Deal and this quote unquote Jay-Z's bodyguard.
Yeah.
Because you gotta tell her the two. You know, Jay-Z and Diddy has been pretty cool. They said Jay-Z came to Diddy with the alleged being the king of New York.
Yeah.
And Puffy went with it. You know what I'm saying? Seeing it from both aspects that, hey, I could ride with this. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make money. Jay going to make his money, so we straight. You feel what I'm saying? Big's dead. He out the way. You know what I'm saying? But to hear it from two different sides now, you heard Gene Deal say he was offered a sum of money.
Yeah.
This bodyguard says he was offered $30,000 for a hit on Biggie.
See,
and people wouldn't do it because Biggie was a good dude. And they knew Biggie was going to get out of the deal. They knew he wanted to leave. And they knew that, and they knew how Puffy was, and nobody took the hit on Biggie because of that.
Yeah, that's how he had to pay. Well, it allegedly is.
Gotta throw that allegedly in there.
$1 million. I think it was $1 million bounty.
Yeah.
To Keefy D.
Yep. And they took
on
it.
Pac.
Yeah, they took
and then
both of them took it.
Suge put, I think, 13 bands, allegedly 13 bands on Biggie head.
Yep.
It's wild. Like when you hear that type of stuff, and I'm glad you brought this up. This is dope. You know,
There's a lot going on with it, man. Like it's all over the place. You know
I can't stand Puffy, bro. Like I never have been a fan of him. Yeah.
To what it is.
And I said this in the past episode, the death of a dynasty.
Yes,
I think it was.
Gotta put that in there.
Where
man. Check that out.
I said that he got a lot of answering to do.
Yeah.
You don't owe me personally no explanation.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you got a lot of answering to do to the people because a lot of stuff wasn't making sense. And the more and more that it's coming out,
it is. Everybody's story is the same.
Yeah.
It goes back to Black Rob,
the only
Craig
person
Mack and Mace and
right.
Total and all these different people. Faith that everybody that was going through.
Even Mrs. Wallace,
bro.
she
Mrs.
put it in her
Wallace,
book.
Yeah. Mrs. Wallace, bro, the list goes on and on. I gotta understand. Puffy had artists.
He paid 25 bands to get Biggie. 25 bands. Really ain't.
It was nothing.
But that was the most money at the time for Biggie as a 19-year-old kid. That's like your kids, bro. Like 25 bands, they gonna be hell yeah. At the age that they is, when you think of 25 bands, like they feel like they done, made it
I wouldn't
big.
say mine because mine know better. You know what
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm saying like if they were being paid 25 bands, do you realize that in our today's society, for a lot of people, a lot of grown adults, that is 1 year's salary.
It is. It is too, but the economy we live in, I don't even
it ain't gonna get
1 year's salary. You spend that in half a year.
But that's what I'm saying. But a lot of folks don't really even see 40 bands a year.
They don't. But the point here, man, is
they don't see 30. Some
they'll take it and run. But the point is here, man, I'm just glad that it's a lot of exposure coming behind this.
Absolutely.
Jay-Z and Puffy, people are starting to realize, a lot of you guys are starting to see what it's really about, man. And like I said, we just creating a narrative on the show, man. We don't really like to spend a lot of time on it, man, and pick up what we actually putting down.
And I know it's probably gonna be somebody out there that say, "Well, Kev, how can you say that you can't stand Puffy? You don't know him as an individual." Look, man, look at your character. Like look at the character of an individual.
Hello.
There's only one person on this God's green earth that sticks behind him on when it comes to not having this so-called bad blood towards Biggie. Do you know who that person is?
Hello. Y'all hear him right there. Go on, spin it. Y'all know.
Faith Evans.
Leave it in the chat.
She's the only person who sits up and said anything
Connect in peace.
when it comes to it. Like he there's no way he could have did it. He never had a bad bone in his body towards Big. Like that was his man's. Like they had a falling out, but him and Big, nah.
They thought, man. You got to look at what happened to everybody.
I mean,
happened to everybody.
You ain't compensate the mama. I could go on for days with this. So please don't question my reasoning. Question your reasoning. Like, what do you believe, or question your thoughts. What is it? You know what I'm saying? Behind it that you feel. Like I said,
for me, I'm going Jay Puff too, because they both hand in hand in what we discussing and what we talking about. Like we started this off talking about Beyonce and drugging her up, and then all this stuff coming up after Jaguar Wright. Now other people are coming out and exposing. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's crazy.
It only makes sense though, bro. Like think of it like
They gonna follow suit.
You know what I'm saying? He had supposedly he had some type of, you know, he didn't want Big. He wanted Big out of the industry.
He did. Everybody wanted Big out of the industry.
Even though that was supposedly his man's in them.
He wanted them out.
He wanted to be. Jay wanted to be the one who he talked about. Right. There's no Pac. There's no Big no more. There's a lot of different rappers, but those are the two who was at the time controlling the charts.
Both of the boys from New York
gone.
Put together, Puffy and Jay-Z, both from the New York area.
Yeah.
Decides to take what they do and sideswipe and bang everybody out the industry. It's dirty. I'm just saying, I'm glad that it's finally getting exposed and a lot of people are coming to the forefront. If y'all hear it once, if you hear it twice, if you hear it thrice, you feel what I'm saying? You don't say like that. If you hear it thrice, you better tune in your ear, man. If you hear it the second time and your narrative in your brain is like, okay, I done heard this before. Let me tune in, you know, let me get the facts on this and break it down. Let me analyze it. You're like, okay, same stuff I done heard, man. Here we go again. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this is what's going on in the world, man. People just got to wake up. Because I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I do want you to get this. You can go ahead and crack off what you about to say now.
I was going to say,
I just had to bring it up.
I was going to say, it's like this. It's like that family member that does dope. Like you heard it in the street. You know what I'm saying? From some random, you know, person that know your people.
Right.
Yeah, Bobby on that dope.
On that boy.
You hear it, get back to you. You hear it.
Feeling that walking zombie.
And then somebody else that you might have went to school with turn around and say, man, your cousin Bobby.
Your one.
Man, he just tried to get me to borrow some money off of me to get this dope.
Right. And the truth come out, man.
Yeah, you didn't pay attention to it, so yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like getting back to the situation, when you hear it more than once, with the narrative of it being, it can't be just a rumor, bruh.
Everybody talking.
It can't be just a rumor, you know what I'm saying? Rumors do happen. It go down still. People gossip, but at the same time, like when you hear, but it's almost like it's the spitting image of it coming from out of that person's mouth.
Well, rumors is the same as that's the derailment.
But they twist. But rumors are twist. They have a twist to it.
That's the derailment. That's what I'm saying. It's derailing you from the actual truth.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And that's a lot of it. What it is kicking the narrative up, bro. It's actually that y'all idolize these people. You worship these people. You worship the ground that they walk on. You know, this is where we coming with it. You feel what I'm saying? This is where I'm definitely coming with it. Y'all got to stop and think that. You know, a lot of these people are trying to win, you know what I mean? Yeah, and they're giving you good tactics and different ways to excel in life and do other things, but you got to look at how they did it. And you can't look at how somebody did anything until you look at morals, value, your mental.
Yeah.
How you know what I'm saying? How you think. That's what I'm talking about, how you think, how you operate. So I can't, you know what I'm saying, put myself in that and say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? Because the G stand for the money. I'm going to take out my own family. I'm going to take out my right-hand man off the label. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do whatever it takes to climb that ladder. Those are morals, man, at the end of the day. And those are morals that them dudes don't got. Because they come from what we said.
They come from the bottom. They come from the bottom, the mud.
And there's nothing wrong with coming from the mud, but you just got to do it the right way. You feel what I'm saying? If y'all walk in, y'all listen to what they talking about with Diddy. And we got pictures, man, with Dame Dash and Lee and everybody in this big old bed, you know what I'm saying? Just chilling, taking pictures, bro. Like, we gonna include all of this in there for them to see.
And but he been known, like, we hear about his parties all the time. Like, people be thinking, like, oh, that's the place to be. But that's what I'm saying.
Though.
Right. But you look at the crib, the massive crib that he has.
Oh yeah, but he didn't start it though.
Crib is huge.
He didn't start it.
No, he ain't started, but I'm saying he damn sure put himself up in that boat. Because they say
he had to.
They said ain't no party like a Diddy party.
Oh yeah,
a Diddy party don't stop.
And that's where they all know. It don't stop. It can't stop, won't stop.
Shit. I'm just saying. That's probably where to take that came from. You know what I'm saying? I know one thing. I ain't finna. You ain't finna catch Kev up in that joint.
If you took that, and y'all seen that video that we showed the clip of, then you know what Usher was taking. You know what I'm saying? You a young man in the whole hookup, man. So
It's
this females, we going with it, cuz.
When they put females on cats like this just to get the truth, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, if I went to a hookup,
if his old lady came out and said something about his pleasures,
if I went to a hookup,
you hearing a lot. Like your lady ain't gonna put your business out there in the street
like that. And we gonna definitely have that in here too, cuz like I said, this was a good one, man. But I'm gonna give you the platform, man. Y'all know how we do. We like to hit that what, fam?
That switcheroo.
That
switch.
Throw it over the side, man. We throw our
dope topic once again, bro. I'm glad you brought that up.
Man, for real.
Man.
What you got on the table, fam?
So I'll be seeing all this stuff lately about how, like, even back, I noticed back with the situation when we was on the topic of Puffy, not Puffy, but 50, with the child support, right?
Yep.
I just seen a hookup where Babyface, you know, had he finalized his divorce with his ex-wife.
She with DR.
$37,000 per month, and you know, for child support / spousal support. Neo $2 million after he finalized. DJ Mustard, $19K a month in child support. She demands $80K. Is still open, bro. Like, this is too wild. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing to have to pay child support, bro.
Right.
But why is it okay for these people to set the bar so high just because of their status? You know what I'm saying?
It's the lifestyle, man. Everybody sees the lifestyle. Same way with Marcus.
What is your feels? Do you feel like there's a point with asking fairness to take care of your child?
It is.
Or is it? Do you feel like this is just getting like way like out of the norm? Like,
well, I'm gonna tell you this. It's way out of the norm. 50 brought that up when we did that one, man. Which, by the way, if y'all haven't, go check that dope episode
check that out.
We had, man, just talking about it. And I'm glad you kind of brought this back up because it's something that really needs to be touched on. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's a lifestyle, cuz at the end of the day, it's a lifestyle. You going off with your daddy or whatever, your mama, you know what I'm saying? So you feel that you're entitled to them Birkin bags and them, you know what I'm saying? Lamborghinis, you know, whatever that you got, whatever your dad or your mom got, you feel like you're entitled to it, man.
I don't know how.
But that's what it's coming to. You know, and I really look at it, it's the mothers because they feel like they're bitter and they're entitled to something too, what they're doing to the kids, and then they paint the narrative of don't rock with your dad, you know what I'm saying? He ain't doing this, he ain't doing that, he ain't this, he ain't that.
But do you think it's, I guess how I want to put this into the format, it takes something for it to cause, you know what I'm saying, for it to go, the pendulum to swing that way. You dig? But what I guess I'm trying to say is because pretty much it sounds like at this moment, like, to get the bag is to marry somebody famous. You know what I'm saying? And then or sell your soul. And then, you know what I'm saying, just go ahead and take off.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you get rich.
Well, I think people have figured out the secret sauce. They wrote books about the secret and this, that, and the third back in the day. But if you sit back and look at what the secret actually meant, it's meant for you to know the inevitable. It's like, cause I just want to say this. It's like Neo with the movie.
Yeah. You're talking about The Matrix.
The Matrix. It's like Neo with the Matrix, my boy. You know, like I said, man. So people got to open up and see what's actually being put in front of them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And you bringing this up because this go hand in hand with what's happening very now in our face, bro.
Man.
This is happening right now, every day. It hasn't stopped. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's been ongoing, bro. So you got to look at that, man. Y'all drop in the comments what y'all think below. Cause man, you know, got any footage, you know, and anything we can do, man, we definitely gonna, you know, if you shout it out, man, let's run the video.
It's definitely some clips just to show you, you know, to paint the narrative.
Yeah.
We will disclose that. But I just kind of feel like, in a sense, bro, like this shit is getting way over the top.
Yeah, it's over the top, bro.
Can anybody, and I'm not saying this because that this is men versus women type thing. It's not that. It's the 5 letters that you always talk about. It's the greed. Greed.
Yes,
greed. But it's also too, not just that. It's just like, bro, come on now.
Niggas
You
want
cannot.
the bag. They want that bag.
You cannot specifically in your right mind tell me it takes that money, that much money a month to pay for your. Look, I'm doing everything on my own right now.
Yeah.
You did. I'm paying rent. I don't have no kids, you know what I'm saying? But I got to take care of me.
Yep.
I got to buy my groceries. I got to make sure my bills and my rent is paid.
Everything.
You cannot tell me in a month time. I'm not stupid.
Right.
I wasn't born yesterday.
Right.
You don't want to live at the standpoint of comfortable. You have to feel like you want to live rich and glorious.
People want
Go to
that,
brunch, you know what I'm saying? Have mimosas with your girlfriends and talk that money shit, you know what I'm saying? And carry yourself in the crowd. It does not take that much to raise your child.
People want that.
The children are expensive. Don't get me wrong. They are definitely expensive. I don't have none, but I know this.
$500,000 are raised by just 21, and that's not including after. That used to be back when we was coming up.
Man. And the most
now,
and the most, I don't want to say it, the most expensive time of the children is when they're coming up as babies. From babies to their adolescence, I say from when they're born to adolescence. When they get about teens, you can kind of depend.
You can, but you can't. Depending on how you raise them.
Well,
a lot of these kids want high fashion, designer.
It's not about what you want.
Everything else. This is
it's not about what you want.
This is what the new generation is thriving off, though. Cause
I get it.
Like,
I get it.
Back when we was coming up, though, bro.
It was no topic of discussion. Like, but that's what I'm saying. And where did it get us? We came up fine.
I got morals.
We came up fine.
That's what I'm saying.
We knew that there was no
That's what we
no
doing.
person.
Right.
No person
Right.
was ever gonna put something in the palm of our hand. We had to get out and earn it.
Morals, though.
So I get it. So
that don't got us. A lot of airheads.
I don't feel like I gotta give my kid true religions in order for them to understand like they gotta fit in.
A lot of kids that feel like it. That's why you get these.
I could get them some IOUs or some. If y'all niggas would still sit here and rock some damn Levi jeans.
It's not these days. That's why the child support thing is so big, because when 50 did his thing, he set the bar, man.
Yeah.
50 was giving her buku bread without even going to child support.
And it wasn't enough.
And it wasn't enough for her. So what did he do? He said, okay, well, I'm giving you this and I'm giving you that. And you still complaining. How about I take you to court then? And then now it's $5,000. You know what I'm saying? Now Marquis talking all crazy, talking out the outside of his neck because he don't know, how to deal with it. But he see his daddy living a high lifestyle, driving, living good, eating at 5-star restaurants and shit. So he gonna look at that and be like, okay, well, my dad is that. I'm entitled to that. When you gotta put in the work on your own, young fella, youngster. So this is why what you brought up about this topic, this is why the younger generation is so quick now to just say, okay, I'm just gonna take that back and I'm on my way. They don't wanna put in the work, bro. Ain't no work involved for no bag. You can do anything for a bag now. You can do anything for a bag now, so what difference do it? Anybody can do anything for a bag.
Like, dog, that's...
But your morals and your pride, what do you have there?
37,000 a month for Babyface's wife.
50 was
and
giving
a
old girl.
kid.
50 was giving old girl 40 and 80 off GP.
I'm just saying, like that's.
And Babyface and old girl, they actually cool. They ain't even got no bad relationship because he accepted him and Dion sat down. Babyface and Dion sat down.
So
before that, you feel what I'm saying?
Right. So let's put this for the people to, let's paint this real quick for the people. You mean to tell me she get with another name? And we know the numbers off of Dion, what he doing.
Yeah, but they cool though, Babyface and Dion.
Right,
cool.
I'm just saying, but you know where I'm going, right?
I know, but Babyface improved that. I know where you going. I'm just saying Babyface improved.
So 30, she with Dion. Dion getting money, bro.
They feel like the kid is worth that, bro. Babyface feels like the kid is worth that, or the court now feels like, because Babyface makes so much money. We're not talking about no regular.
Right, I get that. I get that. But
I don't care about it.
How can it be spousal support if she's with another multi-million-dollar man?
I understand that it's supposed to be for the kid, though. This is what they quote unquote saying. It goes in tiers. It goes off how much money you make. 50 told us that, showed us that on our episode.
Yeah, I get it. They get in a different tax bracket.
In a different tax bracket. Once you start working your way up, the money kick out differently. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying.
I know what you're saying, bro. Like I feel what you're saying 100%, bro. It's just
there's no justice to this out of that. Like I don't care if he was in agreement or not. 37,000 a month.
He making buku money though, you know what I'm saying?
$37,000 a month.
That's up to the judge now. The judge say, okay, you making $1 million a year. You gonna give up a quarter of that. 37,000 is 2/4 of that. I give you 2/4.
For you to sit potentially on your ass for the rest of your life, meanwhile I gotta work for mine.
I feel you, but that's the way it's going.
No.
This why this child support is such a big thing, because people have to understand kids are not. You asked this question because I'm gonna answer this again. You said everybody's so quick to go to the bag. Everybody's quick to go to the bag because they know the work they gotta put in before they even get there. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So a lot of people gonna skip the work, go past the work, go on up to the room that gets you in real quick, and then you're good. But you lose what? What do you lose at the end of the day? Your morals and your respect doing that, bro. So
I'll put it like this. A lot of y'all females now today, y'all are mud. Y'all really is. I'm not going to sit here and say that every man is perfect. I won't say that because I know I'm not. And I know I had to go through some time to, try to work on myself. But what I am going to sit here and say is,
nobody's perfect.
I don't care if I was a multi-million-dollar man. If I'm taking care of my child, my responsibilities, it is not my responsibility to take care of you after anything.
But the court looks at that. That's why they give them so much.
And it always goes that way, but that's what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying, bro. Like I said, we brought
it's
up
it's not my responsibility.
We brought up Master P and Romeo.
I'm just putting it out here like this. Like, these people, especially these judges, they really need to, I don't know.
The judges, it's the system before the judges, though. You can't even call it judges.
Right. I'm just saying, I don't know what to call it. I don't know how to call this, but I don't care.
It's a system, bro.
You have to be a very bitter individual. Which you're gonna go through in your trial of hurt. You're gonna be bitter towards somebody in your trial of hurt. Once you move on with your life, it changes. It should change. You should no longer have to,
keyword.
You should no longer have to be stuck in the past. If it meant that much to you, then why didn't you carry yourself back to try to work on the progress, you know what I'm saying, and the differences, I'm sorry, not the progress, but work towards the progress and work on the difference. Work your differences out. Why not? If you felt like that so strongly for you to put a high demand or a high ransom on this person and put them under the pressure like you feel you're going to break them? Because that's what it sounds like. All this stuff sounds like you're trying to break them down.
That's the point. To get the money is to be broke down, though.
Sock it to their pockets.
They say you want the bag, it come with a cost. You know what I'm saying? You want to be the boss, it come with a cost. You paid the cost to be the boss. You feel what I'm saying? If you paid the cost to be the boss, we don't know what the cost was for you to be the boss. Only you do. Only you do at the end of the day.
But you factor in, though, like you factor in.
The boss might be the boss to you.
Let's technically speak.
Shoot.
Let's technically speak real quick.
I bet I technically spoke. I feel what you're saying, but you
when we as men are expected to pay for a woman when we go out, we have to take them out to eat.
Pay the cost.
Because you got to be a gentleman, right? They want us to be gentlemen.
To be the boss.
We don't want no broke niggas, you know what I'm saying? They say. So you gonna pay, you know what I'm saying, for the meal. You know, when you go shopping for your clothes, you gonna want, you know, they gonna expect something. If you go shopping together, you gotta pay for that. Nowadays, I just find a lot of women taking their money and saving it, but looking towards the man to go ahead and shell out. But then you turn around, you marry this type of chick.
You gotta pay a 50-50 on that now. I can't say
I'm not saying all. I'm just saying I see a lot of women nowadays, this new generation is something fierce, bro.
Women just flipping the game. It ain't fierce. It's just the same game that men was playing back in the day. They done took it since the nigga wrote the book and stuff and tried to tell everybody to pinpoint his secrets.
Hey, y'all,
now they taking it. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna spend the whole day talking on this because we could turn this into an all day affair, bro. But y'all go ahead and comment in on this one. Please tell us what you feel, because to me, ever since the young lady I seen that went viral, or the video that went viral where Dog had took his lady out to dinner for her birthday and she invited 12 of her friends, 13.
Do you blame her? Do you blame her?
I don't blame her, but I'm just saying, like, bro, like, she, you know, right then she ain't no keeper.
She ain't no keeper, but it ain't no different from a dude running around and it's been plenty of dudes I know that bought in the league that said when they was dating, you know, certain females or whatever, they all go buy 12 females. They go buy them all the same gift. Same necklace, same mink, same car. Whatever they bought them, they bought them. They run into each other and see each other like, I got the same one thing you got on. You know what I'm saying? You at the game, they in the 5th row. Your ass in the 8th row, you know what I'm saying? She got.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right, bro.
I'm not saying it's right neither, bro. But I'm just collaborating on what you just said, and I'm just giving my little spiel to it.
So that hurts you emotionally enough to go ahead and hit a nigga, you know what I'm saying? To try to bankrupt that nigga.
This is what you introduced this conversation to. Is at the end of the day, why is the narrative that people want that bag? People want that bag because the bag speaks. The bag talks when you ain't got to. You feel what I'm saying? The bag talks when you don't got to, family.
Okay. How about this?
You ain't got to say nothing. They can say he got the bag.
I want to say this. What happens when, you know what I'm saying, the man has been, you know, the good Samaritan and the female cheats, and then she goes ahead, she dips out. Where's the justice with that? How does that flip side work? I don't know how it flips. It don't.
But I know where you going, what you said from the beginning of why people want the bag and why people are trying to get to the bag.
I get, like I said, no, I'm saying like far as the,
I understand.
Is this the new way to get to the bag?
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying right now. It's the new way to get to the bag. So everything that you're sitting back saying, you got to look at it, it's already justified by what you putting down. You feel what I'm saying? Because to get to the bag by any means, to get to the bag, you gotta pay the cost to be the boss. And we don't know what the cost was paid.
Hey.
Only you do at the end of the day. But I myself, hold up now, all myself on me, I'm about morals and I stand on respect. So if you pay the cost to be the boss, like Snoop Dogg said, what are you paying? What are you giving up? You giving up stuff that I probably wouldn't even settle on for years on top of years on top of years, bro. For a bag? Come on, man. For a bag, bro, man, y'all can miss me with that.
I guess I gotta find me. What was old girl name off of Boomerang?
I know you're talking about.
Mark, yes. I guess I gotta go ahead and get the Catwoman, Miss Della, what her name was. And reverse this joint.
I can't remember her name, but I know where you're going. She had the rattle in her talk.
Man, yeah, that's the old Catwoman. Rest in peace, bro.
I'm just saying, man, this is a dope one that you put down too, man. Because all I'm saying is you open it up with.
I get it.
What do people do for the bag? Like
this is becoming an ongoing trend.
That's the name of the game now.
Like you get into these tax brackets, bro, of being like classified as a millionaire. Yeah, y'all don't really even pay taxes anyway, but y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? But I can't see that much. I really can't. The request of it is just ludicrous to me, bro. It really is.
It's just a different world we live in, though, man. But, you know, like I said, people take flight to get that bag. That's where I'm going with it. When you painted the narrative to me, opening up this conversation, talking about the pursuit of happiness, so to speak, because this is what people look at it as at the end of the day. It's
money gonna make you happy.
Money don't make you happy, man. It's you having your morals, having your self-respect, your pride, your dignity. This is what's giving you what you need. And people look at that bag as painting that narrative. I got the bag. Now they become a boss and so on and so forth. Money makes you do strange things. Oh, yeah. Man. So that's what I'm saying, cuz when I'm saying, and it's the Snoop Dogg too, because we know what you did to pay the cost to be the boss. But when y'all say pay the cost to be the boss, watch what you saying. What are you really saying? Because if you pay the cost to be the boss, you saying it right there in the sentence. You paid it. So what did you pay? What price? What morals did you give away?
You did something
that came more with it. You know what I'm saying? So y'all better wake up, boy.
Something really came.
Cuz always a pleasure. Cuz this is a dope one right here, man. For y'all squares that don't understand what we putting down, like I said, man, we are not talking too fast. Y'all cats just listening too slow at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Man.
And I want ladies and men to chime in on this one and tell us what you feel. Like we got to do something with this one right here. We got to know y'all honest opinions with it.
Man, your honest opinions go a long way at keeping it abrupt for the show.
Absolutely.
We always shout y'all out. Real eager to kind of get back and answer any comments. Like I said, man, we definitely gonna do a special show for them, though, man. Just shout out to everybody that's ever gave a comment on the show. We got over almost 500 followers now, so hey, we gonna have a long shout out show. We're gonna get every one of them out, though, family.
We gonna have to, man. We gonna have to definitely sit down, maybe
for the who.
To do.
What you call them? The one buck? What you call it?
The one buck of rules or the one buck crew? You know what I'm saying?
Whatever.
You know, y'all still, you know what I'm saying? Y'all with us, so y'all been through the trenches with us, or you're getting to be up in the trenches with us when this whole journey.
For me, without y'all, what we do,
it wouldn't happen.
It's obsolete. You know what I'm saying? For those that are supporting and hitting that subscribe button on the channel, man, salute to y'all, man. We really appreciate that, rocking with us. Keep running it up. If y'all have anything that y'all want us to cover, we've been putting it in our comments. If they have anything that they want us to cover while we're doing a video, chop it up in there. Let us know, man. We'll run it up on the show. Anything y'all want to bring up, we down for it, but we'll bring it up, address it. Try to give our best positive outlook on it. You know what I'm saying? To help open up your mind like we always do.
And if you want to go ahead and if you don't choose to comment on the side of the YouTube, you can always go to. You can follow us on IG at _but_podcast, spelled just like that for you little ugly ass.
Boy, straight like that. Y'all heard it right there, man. The only podcast, man, that's gonna stir that pot, put some fat on your head, turn around, smack you in the mouth, and give you the game and the knowledge that you need, man. Cuz like I said, man, always a pleasure. No heat for your feet for this one. Man, this is positivity all the way through the episode. Hopefully we shining some light on y'all to do the due diligence. to do your research. Links will be in the description. Make sure y'all do give us that subscribe, man, if we touching y'all in any way, shape, or form what we putting down. So, cuz, you know how we say, man, we gonna pick up what we put down on this one.
On to the next one.
On to that next one.
And on to that next one.
And this is One Buck Podcast.
Where we keep it a buck, and we hope y'all keep it a buck too.
Peace.